Welcome today. You see me in my virtual background. I am at Stell Hall, which is located on Tuck's campus. Obviously, we're not on campus today, but I thought it'd be fun to show you one of the kind of most well-known parts of campus. It's a really cool room, very cozy, wood paneled, leather chairs, a fireplace. It's where a lot of students like to study. So if we can't be there in person, we might as well be there virtually. The Tuck Business Bridge program. I actually went to the Bridge program when I was an undergrad, so I can speak to this program from a number of different aspects, not only as a participant, but as an employer who came to the program to recruit and to talk to students who were in the program in years past, and then also most recently as a employee of Tuck and working for the Bridge program. The Bridge program is a 3-week intensive, fundamental, transformative business school experience. It is really transformative. It's the most amazing program out there today, I think, especially in this virtual environment that we found ourselves in. So traditionally, it's been a residential program where students have been on the campus, but given our current circumstances, we've moved to the online format, and we're bringing even more value than we ever anticipated in that virtual environment, taking advantage of everything it has to offer. There are 3 main pillars to our program. The first is knowledge. It's the curriculum. It's the classes that you take. It's that business education. So we'll dive into that in a little bit. The second pillar is the experience, just like the Tuck MBA, the full-time business program. A huge hallmark of the Bridge experience is hands-on learning and learning with your peers. And the third pillar is opportunity. The education is great, the experience is great, but what we really want is for you to come away with an advantage in your career and an opportunity for you to be really successful and to get that competitive edge when you're trying to go out into the working world. So first, we're going to talk about the knowledge, the curriculum piece. So we think about Bridge into kind of sections. There's the core curriculum. So it's your corporate finance, financial accounting, managerial economics, marketing, spreadsheet modeling, and business communications. Those are courses where you're going to go pretty deep into the content. So you'll have 5, 6, maybe 7 class periods dedicated to each of these courses. And that really mirrors the Tuck MBA core curriculum. So first year business students come in, they take these kinds of courses as well. And that really gives you the foundation. You'll also take some additional courses that are a little bit more scratching the surface, but really give you that well-rounded business knowledge, and it supplements a lot of what you're doing in these core classes. So those include business ethics, innovation, leadership, negotiations, organizational behavior, and strategy. So as you can see, between the core curriculum and the additional courses, you really have a huge well-rounded breadth of understanding after completing the program. And the great thing about these courses is that they're integrated. So what you're learning in corporate finance is similar and integrated with what you're learning in financial accounting, which is related to what you're learning in marketing. So they all really come together nicely, and they're scheduled throughout the 3 weeks of the program such that they all really work with each other. One of the best assets of the program is our faculty. Here you see Professor Julie Lang. She is our business communications professor, but all of our professors are amazing. Most of them have actually been teaching with the program since its inception in 1997. These professors all teach in the full-time MBA as well. Many are award-winning, and they're really exceptional, and they love teaching the Bridge program. So you get to learn from these wonderful, world-renowned people. In the virtual environment, there's less of that organic opportunity to interact one-on-one with the faculty. So what we've done is created office hours. So each faculty member hosts office hours throughout the program where you can join their Zoom, ask them questions, work on something with them. And that's a really great opportunity for you to get some exposure and some interaction with the faculty outside of the classes, as well as, any other opportunity you want. Another great thing about our online environment is that, unlike some of the other programs that are targeted toward undergrads for business, all of our classes are live. So you'll take 2 classes in the morning via Zoom and 2 classes in the afternoon via Zoom. And again, you'll be interacting with faculty just like we are here on this Zoom. You'll be interacting with your peers. A lot of the faculty are leveraging breakout rooms and interactive exercises like simulations, so that it's not just a lecture via Zoom. It is really interactive and feels much more like being in a real classroom than just having a lecture. One of our marketing professors this summer in the Bridge program even was able to invite program alumni, prior students of hers, to come and talk about the effects of COVID on their businesses. And so these were people coming from Target, from Wayfair, from Nike, from TripAdvisor, joining the Bridge program classes and going to breakout rooms with Bridge participants to really give them insight into how companies are thinking and exposure to those brands and those people. So a really great opportunity, even in the online space. But you're getting a lot of content and you're going to come away with a really great understanding, the ability to build a spreadsheet model, the ability to do a discounted cash flow, the ability to read an income statement. And it's all really, really important stuff, and really supplements your liberal arts or STEM background, making you a great candidate for a business career. Our second pillar is the experience pillar. So as I said, this is a hallmark of the Tuck education in general. It's a very community-focused type of program, and that carries through to some of our key things. One is study groups. So when you join the program, you will be assigned to a study group, which is created randomly using our proprietary algorithm that the MBA program uses as well. And those are groups of 5 or 6 students that you work with from day one all the way through the end of the program. Those 3 weeks, you work with this team. You get to know each other really well. You work together on homework assignments and on your capstone project. All the way, one of the Tuck MBAs is kind of your mentor throughout the whole process. So we call these bridge associates. And these are second year, typically, Tuck MBA students who work with your group and maybe 1 or 2 other groups and really guide you through the content, the career exploration, and help you with your project. And these people are hugely impactful. So many bridge participants say that this is their favorite part of the program, is really being exposed to these bridge associates, these mentors. As I mentioned, you work in these groups to create a capstone project. This is, again, a huge piece of the program. So what you do is you choose a publicly traded company. So the financials are available to you, and you do a full company analysis. So you look at their income statements, you look at their financials, you run a discounted cash flow model, you look at their leadership, their competition, their place in the market, their opportunity to grow, any competitors, and you really do a full assessment, kind of qualitatively and quantitatively, of this company of your choosing. Popular companies in the past have been Lululemon, Chipotle, Dunkin' Donuts, Boeing. So you can really kind of choose any area, any industry that you like, and really dive into the company. And what you do is create a really polished final presentation in the PowerPoint deck form, as well as give an oral presentation to accompany that on your last day of the program. This project is a really great way to not only apply the knowledge that you're learning in the courses, which really solidifies your learning. It's a lot more hands-on and real life oriented than a lot of the theory that we typically do in our undergrad education classes. And then you also are going to learn some really great softer skills, how to make a really good PowerPoint deck, how to give a presentation, working on those public speaking skills, and in the near term for our virtual programs, how to give a virtual presentation. All are skills that employers are seeking. You're also working with your study group. So when you get that interview question of, tell me about a time when you worked in a team, tell me about a time when you worked through conflict to get a deliverable out the door, you're going to have really great responses to those questions, and you're going to be able to draw upon this experience building this capstone presentation for so many of those different answers, both as illustrating the type of person you are, the skills you have, but also the business knowledge that you have. The final piece, the final pillar here is the career aspect. And this is, again, a hugely valuable piece of the program and can be, super impactful for so many students. We focus a lot of our efforts throughout the entire 3 weeks on not only skill building workshops like resume, fit interview, case interview, how to network, how to write a cover letter, but we also offer industry exploration panels. So Bridge program alumni who are now working in different industries like consulting, finance, marketing, tech, they'll come talk to students at the Bridge program, so participants just like you, and they will tell you about their undergrad education, how they leveraged the Bridge program, things they took away, and how they got into their current career, and give you tidbits of advice of how you can do the same. It's a really great way to, learn how you can pivot your own story, how you might have similarities, and see kind of all the different paths that people take throughout their careers and how the Bridge program helped them get there. In addition to these skill building workshops and industry exploration, there are also one-on-one resume reviews. So once you've gone through the workshop of how to make a really great polished resume, one of the Tuck MBA career fellows, so again, a Tuck MBA who is specifically signed up to be a career mentor, will meet with you and go one-on-one through your resume. So you guys will go line by line, word by word to make sure it is the best resume it can be and the best resume for the job that you're applying to. So very tailored, very specific. You'll also be able to do mock interviews with companies who hire out of the Bridge program or program alumni whose companies hire out of the Bridge program. So that's a really great opportunity, not only to build your skills in an interview setting, but also to network and meet these people and find commonalities and see where you might slot in. There are also kind of open office hours with the MBA Career Fellows, so you have the opportunity to pick their brains about anything. Maybe you just want to talk through an upcoming interview or talk about a job that you want. Maybe you want to run through your resume again. Maybe you just really want some career guidance. You're thinking about 3 different paths and you want to bounce some ideas off of these Career Fellows, and that's totally available to you. You also will, once your resume is finalized, publish it to our online resume book that's distributed to all of the partner companies that continually year after year recruit out of the Bridge program. And you'll have access to job postings in our alumni LinkedIn group. So that LinkedIn group is a really great spot. All of our program alumni are members of that, and not only do they post jobs, but they also post questions, articles, so it's a really a great place to network. When I was in the Bridge program, I already had my job, so I started right after I completed the program. But then I went back to the alumni LinkedIn group when I was networking for my next job and was able to connect with some other people who'd done the program and get that referral to get that job. So it's not just a near-term benefit, but you have access to the Tuck network for life, which is huge and just really expands the network that you already have at your home institution. So those are our 3 main pillars. Again, the business curriculum, which is obviously huge with a wonderful faculty, your experiential learning, really applying all that you're learning to a real life scenario that then you can take with you as a really great skill set to tout. And then third, that focus on really high touch, high quality career support to make sure that you get what you need to be successful and you get the value out of the program. We typically see, 3 types of students. One who knows exactly what they want that finance path or that consulting path, and they come in to get the skills. There might be the student who doesn't really know what they want to do, but knows that these skills will be important and can leverage a lot of our team's support, our Tuck Career Development Office support, our faculty support, to really charge a path and figure out what they want to do. And then there's that third bucket of people who might be switching. They might have originally thought they wanted to go into research or some other field and decided, you know what, actually business might be interesting to me. And then there might even be people who still want to go to med school or law school, but again, find these skills to be really supplementary and round them out. As I mentioned, there are quite a few places that people go after the Bridge program. Consulting is definitely a really popular one, so is finance. So a lot of investment banking types of work after Bridge. But also people are going into entrepreneurship and marketing roles, of which there are so many. Even yet, people are going to law school or medical school or going on to pursue their PhDs. So it really, is a fundamental experience for any type of student who really wants to enhance their skills, understand how a business works, have some of those hard and soft skills to bring with them. Another great part of the program is it's a glimpse into the MBA. You know, a lot of people refer to the Tuck Business Bridge program as a mini MBA or a preview to an MBA. So if you know an MBA is on your radar, it's a really great way to try it out, to get some of those quantitative skills that MBA programs are looking for you to have when you apply. It's a great way to get a flavor for the MBA curriculum, the rigor of the work, the types of work that you would do. You know, a lot of professors will use the case method or you know, simulations and stuff that aren't really used at the undergraduate level. So it's a really great glimpse into an MBA, whether that MBA becomes at Tuck or at one of the other amazing business schools that are across our country. I can't tell you how many students I know personally from this past year who graduated from Tuck who had also done the Bridge program. So it is a really great way to test it out, again, to get those skills and to, you know, meet a lot of the faculty and staff that are at the MBA level. So oftentimes we're asked, you know, who's the type of student who's doing this? It's really shifted over the past 10 years since, you know, I did the program. We're seeing it move to primarily sophomores. So this past year, we had about 52% were sophomores, so rising juniors, 30% juniors, 13% seniors that have just graduated, and 5% postgraduates. So anyone 1 to 5 years out who's pursuing a non-business either degree or career. So there's really, again, you can see a spectrum, but a lot of those sophomores, because there is such a demand in the recruiting cycles for so many industries, those are getting younger and younger, more aggressive and more competitive. So a lot of people are choosing to do the Bridge program as early as possible to get the skills to put them, you know, have a competitive advantage and put them in touch with some of these opportunities earlier than, you know, might have been the case 10 years ago. We also have, you know, 42% women, so we're trying to achieve gender parity there. And our most popular majors are within the humanities and social sciences. So, you know, psychology, sociology, art history, government, all of those majors are where our students hail from. Nobody is a business major. We don't accept business majors. We don't accept people who have taken multiple business courses because it really is meant to be for the liberal arts and STEM student. It's meant to be fundamental and everyone is starting from the same page, and that's how the faculty teach. So it really is for you as a liberal arts student. That said, we do see quite a few people choose an economics major at their liberal arts institution, and this is a really great opportunity for those econ majors. As I said, a lot of econ in undergrad is more theory-based, and what you'll learn at the Bridge program is, you know, taking that one step further. So you'll apply some of that econ knowledge, but then you'll also learn marketing and strategy and innovation and get exposure to, you know, a more well-rounded curriculum. One of the things that I mentioned earlier was that this is a 3-week program and all those courses are integrated. And you saw just how many courses you will take over these 3 weeks. So the question is, how do we fit this all in? And it's a very long and busy day and a very long and busy 3 weeks. So here's a sample schedule. As you can see, you have those classes in the morning, you might have a career session at the lunchtime hour, and then you'll have more classes in the afternoon, maybe a faculty office hour. And then in the evening, you'll work with your study group. You might have a resume review. So you really have a full day starting at 9 a.m. Eastern time and ending maybe 9 p.m. Eastern time, maybe later, maybe earlier, depending on how much work you have to do. All of those classes that I mentioned will be live via Zoom. Your study group time will be live via Zoom. And a lot of the career stuff will also be live, especially those panels, any mock interviews, any one-on-one info, any one-on-one resume reviews. There is a little bit of pre-recorded career content, but that's, you know, something you can do in your break time, in that lunchtime hour or between your afternoon and your dinner. So now getting to the nitty-gritty, we have 4 programs this year. So this January program is new, given all of the shifting schedules, all all of the changes because of the pandemic, we are offering not only our December program from the 6th to the 22nd, but now a January program from the 3rd to the 19th. So I know a lot of colleges have breaks at different times. We feel these are a great opportunity for you to take advantage of the Bridge program if you don't want to dedicate your summer. I know a lot of times I talk to students who are saying, I would love to do the program, but I also want to do an internship. This is a great opportunity this winter in particular to have some options so that you could do both. We also have our summer Bridge dates posted, so there will be, just as we usually do, a session in June 14th to July 2nd, and then a session in July 11th to the 30th. The application window for the winter sessions is open now, so feel free to log on to our website and check that out. Our first round was September 1st. Our next deadline is October 1st. So you have about a month to get that together. I'll go into the details of the application in a slide. For the summer, that application opens on October 1st, so very soon. And then the first deadline will be December 15th, second deadline, February 15th, third deadline, April 15th. There's no real huge difference in applying in these rounds, except for the availability of financial aid. So if you do want financial aid, applying sooner rather than later is always recommended. On the topic of financial aid, it is available. We do give out financial aid every year. It is on a need-based scale. So you will apply to the program need blind. Once you are accepted, we will then give you financial aid paperwork to fill out. You'll fill that out and we will go back and see what your need is and then give you that amount of aid. We also have a handful of scholarships that are to specific student demographics, so those are available as well for students who qualify. We do make our best effort to make financial aid available, to make the program as affordable and accessible as possible. So please don't let the price tag be a deterrent. If you think this program would be really great for you, you think you'd get a ton of value out of it, please do apply. Please reach out to our team and we'll try to figure out how to make it all work. So don't let that turn you away. We really want to make this program available to any and all that want to do it, to the best and the brightest who are going to go on to do great things. And finally, the application process. So as I mentioned, applications are live right now for winter and will soon be live for the summer programs. You will log on to the website. I will also drop that in the chat in a minute. But you will log on, there's an online application that has, your demographic information, where you go to school, all of that kind of thing. And then 2 brief essays. One essay is going to be about why you want to do the Bridge program, what are your career goals? And the other brief essay is about a meaningful experience. You also will submit a current resume, an unofficial undergraduate transcript, so don't worry about getting an official transcript from your college, just send a PDF or a screenshot of your grades portal. SAT or ACT scores, again, these are unofficial, don't go back to the College Board and have them send them, just report what you got in the little number box. And then a faculty letter of recommendation. So pick any faculty. It doesn't have to be a quant or businessy type faculty. It can be anyone that you have a great relationship with, who knows you well and is able to speak to your strengths. And all of these combined give us a sense of who you are as a student, from your transcript, those scores, who you are as a person from those essays and your letter of recommendation, and kind of what you've done based on your resume. What opportunities have you taken advantage of? What clubs and organizations have you been involved in? And we'll get that all very holistically, and that's the application. So it seems like a lot of things, but it's really not too involved. Again, those essays are fairly brief and not all that complicated. So please do log on, take a look, make an account, and get your application in.